We're back to work. Alright, where are we at? Where are we at? Re-coordinator. Pawn to b6, and check, and mate. Yes, I win again. I find the game is most enjoyable when playing against the best player I know, myself. Okay, each number in the inbox is an address of a tile on the floor. Okay. Send to the outbox the coordinates of that tile. Column first, row second. No, I'm used to row then column, whatever. For example, an address of 6 has coordinates 2, 1. You may ask your boss for more examples. I think I understand that. Okay, and these are just here. Oh wow, but it takes up the whole board. That's kind of weird. It's interesting, it gives me 4. Okay, so... Wow, wait a second. That's... Okay, so if I pick up a 6, I want to send out 2, 1, but... How do I use that exactly? I feel like I need something that translates the address number to a column number, and then another thing that translates it to a row number. And one, like, because the first 4 numbers are 0, the second 4 numbers are 1, and so on. It's a bit weirder for the columns, because these are like, this is like a modulus thing, where these are multiples of 4. These are numbers that are, what, 1 mod 4, I think is what they say, 2 mod 4, 3 mod 4. These are kind of weird. Okay, but, no, wait, I think I can work with that. Okay, so let's focus first on the column, because that's the first thing I have to do. So when I take in the 6, somehow I need to know... Oh, I know. I'll like subtract 4 a certain amount of times maybe, and I'll count how many times I subtracted it before getting negative. If it's a negative after 1 go, I'm in this row. If it's a negative after 2, I'm in that, and so on. Okay, so that works. But that's for... Oh wait, that's for the row though. Right, no, I need to do column. So for column, I think this is where I need to take away... Keep taking away 4 until it's negative. See, okay, wait, yeah. Because it's also something to do with multiples of 4, but I think it's like if I had 6, and I subtract 4, I'll get to 2, but if I had 14, I subtracted 4 a few times, I'd also get to 2. So in some ways, like, 2 is really... yeah, do I want... I'm just thinking of the best way to approach it, because... Like, this is a nice column, because it would just be when I see 0, I know I'm in column 0 if I keep subtracting 4. But these ones, they'll skip 0 and they'll go negative. So maybe I use that. And once they're negative, I check. Oh, once they're negative. Oh, yeah, because these numbers correspond to the columns. Yeah, once they're negative, I just add 4 back. Oh, okay, we got this. So we inbox the 6, so I'm holding it, and we're gonna have to keep subtracting 4 until it's negative or 0, and then, and wait, how does that work? If I say subtract 4, yeah, that means like in my hand I'll be holding a 2. So I need to see if that's 0, because that'll mean one thing. If it's negative, it'll mean another. But actually, let me just say it. So if it's 0, that means... Actually, that just means I'm going to be column 0. So here's what I'll say is I'll say this is for column, first of all. Column. This is for the column. So if we subtract 15 and it's 0, that means we just want to outbox what we're holding, actually. But if it's negative, then we first want to add back 4 and then outbox. But if it's neither, we have to keep repeating. So I believe this will get the column already. So it gets a 2, and it's negative, adds it, boom. Cool. Alright, so that's actually already the column, I think. Now we need the row. Oh wait, so I shouldn't actually lose the 6 entirely though, because once I outbox it, I don't remember what number I was holding. So after I inbox, the first thing I probably want to do is copy to just, I don't know, here I guess, and we'll say this is our address. And this is just always 0 and always 4. So that's still fine, because once we copy, we're still holding it. So once we get to row, we need to copy from the address, but this time, what did I say we needed to do? Oh yeah, count how many times we subtract it. I don't think we'll need that. Oh, we won't need that 0, but we're gonna need to get the 0 back later. So I'm wondering if I should, yeah, because I was thinking I'd count here, right? So I'd say like subtract 4 if it's not negative. Oh, I'm just thinking about something. Oh no, I'm looking at the row. Yeah, how many? Yeah. So yeah, subtract 4 if it's negative, then we just output a 0. But if we subtract 4 and it's still positive, we have to bump this up 1. And then if it's negative after the next one, then we send the 1 out. But yeah, I'll want to get this back to 0. So I think it's best if I just also do a little thing at the very start where I copy from this and copy to here, and this will just be like this will be for counting, just so I don't have to worry about that. Okay, that's for counting. And then, so I copy from the address, and then I'm gonna subtract 4. If it's negative, then I want to, then I output, actually it's just, wait, hold on. Yeah, if it's, once it's negative, I just have to outbox the count. So I have to copy from count and outbox it. Okay, but if it's not negative, then the first thing we want to do is bump up the count, and then we're gonna jump back in the loop. We don't copy from the address though, we just jump back. Oh wait, no, but if we bump the count, we're no longer holding the number. So yeah, actually, so before I do that, jump if negative, but if it's not, so like if I take that 15 and I subtract 4, I'll be holding an 11. But I need to remember that it's 11. I can't just bump it. So I think, wait, hold on. I'm just thinking, can I do both of these at once? Because it's not like I'm kind of doing the same thing, right? I think I can do both of these at once. Because I copy to the address and then I subtract 4. If it's 0, then I outbox the thing that I'm holding. This is for call. Okay, you know, I'm gonna do it separately first, then I'll try combining it after, because I just don't want to complicate it for this first run. So wait, so the thing I'm holding, I think what I'm gonna say is just because I don't really care about holding that address anymore. I'll just jump if negative, copy to address if not, bump the count, and then we just copy from address, which is right there. So that's nice, because then we can just say if it's yeah, if it's not negative, we do those two things, then we jump back and repeat. So I think this should work. Oh wait, hold on. Once I'm done with everything, go back to the start. Nice. That's cool. Okay, I know how to improve this. Wow, that was slow. Okay, so yeah, because I'm almost doing the same sort of thing in both of them. So first of all, let me copy this, paste it into here. So I think instead I can just do the row while I'm doing this one. It's just that I would need to copy it to the address, subtract 15 if it's... Okay, so I think I'm not gonna look if it's 0. Because this, actually, yeah, that I didn't actually need that. Because if it's negative and I add back 4, I'll get 0 in that case anyways. But if it's not negative, I'll just do these things. Copy to address, bump the count, and then we'll jump back to here. Or wait, no, we don't want to copy to address. We want to copy from address. So so before I do anything, copy from address. And then so once we're done, we add 15 outbox, and then we copy from count and we outbox. Oh wait, sorry. So add 15 outbox, copy from count outbox, and I think I can get rid of all of this stuff except for the last thing. Let's see if that works. Oh yeah, that was way better. I wonder if that passes the challenges. Oh shoot, okay, maybe I have an extra command. Oh man, come on. So, let me just analyze it, let me just watch it. Pick up that, we need that for the count, right? Because I need, wait, why do I need the 0? Do I use the 0 at any other point in time? Oh no, but I need it to reset back to 0. And yeah, at the end of everything. And I can't think of a better way to do that. Because like there's no point where I can just be like, I'm guaranteed holding a 0 or something like that. Unfortunately. So it doesn't really seem worth it to like not just do this. So I could get rid of these two, but then at the end I would need to like pick up the number and count, subtract it from itself, and then put it there. But that just seems unnecessary, or that just seems like it would take more commands. See, I think I need to do that every time. Then I inbox that, copy it there, subtract that, copy there, bump the count, copy from that. Is there something I can do with, no. Subtract 15. Let me just label these, because it, even though it's pretty clear what they are, it looks nicer here. Okay, so copy from 0, copy to count, inbox, copy to address, subtract 4, jump if negative. copy to address, bump the count, copy from address, jump, subtract 4, copy to address, bump the count, copy from the address, subtract 4. Now we're done, but we're holding a -1 and I need to output a 3 in this case. So that's why I need to add back the 4, then outbox, and then copy from count and then outbox. Yeah, I don't get it. What's the extra thing I'm doing here? Cause I can't I can't know that I'm holding the number I need at this point when I'm holding a 3. I need to first go to a negative value, and that's like a good stopping point. And then we just have to add back 4, then outbox, and then we gotta copy that, and then outbox. And it needs to be in that order, so unfortunately I can't do something with like bumping the count. And then... Yeah. What? Yeah, that's so weird. There's something I can get rid of. I don't think it has to do with the 0, does it though? Is it somehow I can do the 0 thing in 1? No, I don't think I can reduce it to 1. I think I just want to have something that's always 0. And then this copying to address thing I need to do because when I bump the count, I'm holding the count number. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like if somehow I could incorporate bumping the count and when I'm holding this into the part where I outbox it, but how would that even work? I would need to like bump the count here and only outbox it, or I would jump here, bump the count. No, it's like I would jump there, and if I'm holding a negative, then I don't know, I can't think of anything. It's so crazy that you can do this in one less command. Maybe I just have the whole idea of it wrong? But I can't think of another way to approach it. Yeah, subtract 4. Oh, wait. Oh, what if I picked up the... no, does that work? No, I was thinking like I could pick up the 4. No, because the only way to subtract something by 4 and like, because once you subtract something by something else, you're just holding it. Otherwise, the information isn't stored anywhere. So if I'm just holding it, I kind of need to put it down to keep the information. But I also want to bump the count, so Yeah, and it's like it's almost like at all times I want to be holding that number other than when I have to bump the count, which is a little annoying. Cause yeah, that would help a lot if I didn't need to worry about that, but I can't think of a way around that. Subtract, cause it's like I wouldn't have to copy to address, copy from address if I didn't have to bump the count, cause I would just be holding the 7 and then subtracting 4 again, and then so on and so on until I get to a negative. But because I want to keep track of count, I have to copy to address, bump the count, copy from address. Yeah, and I just, because subtraction, you only hold it in your hand, so I need to put it down somewhere. And I need that 0, so I can't just use that. And I don't think it would be more efficient to just copy from, or sorry, not even copy from 0, because at the end of everything, if I was counting up here instead, so like, let's say at the end of this one, I would have like a 2, and I would need to, like if I wanted to make it a 0, I could say copy from count, subtract, you know, put it back in or something like that, but that's 3 commands right there. I can do it in 2 at the very start. So yeah, it would only be faster if I knew I was holding something that could easily become 0, but also that I didn't need. Yeah, no, that doesn't happen. Oh, wow, I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna leave it there, though. I can't think of how to improve that, sadly. Okay, prime factory. I was warned that this is difficult. But let's see. Are you sure you're supposed to be here? This is a very difficult assignment. No idea how to do it either. For each thing in the box, send its prime factors to the outbox in order from smallest to largest. Prime factors of a number. Okay, so for 14, that's like 2 and 7. Let me just make sure, because most people don't consider 1 a prime factor. Oh, wait, I just need that or multiply it. 2 and 3, yeah. 2 and 2 and 2. Oh, so if there's multiples, yeah, I have to do all of them. Oh god, okay. Let me take a drink of water. There's a lot of room. Okay, so if I pick up a 14, I wonder if, because like one way to find prime factors of a number is just to keep subtracting. Like if I picked up 14, I could just, like, whatever that number is in any, if I pick up that number, I could just keep subtracting 2, and if I reach 0, well, that number's divisible by 2. And then I could do the same for 3 and so on. When do I stop though? Like, does he like... does he keep giving me different examples? No. I know it goes up to 19. Cause it's weird though, cause the numbers I would want to check are the primes. But also another weird thing is if the number was like 8 I'd keep subtracting 2, and then I would be like, oh, it's 0, so 2's a prime factor. But then I would want to, I guess I would want to also divide the number by 2 in that case. Okay, so maybe I have to find a prime factor, divide the number by that prime factor. Okay, I kind of have a process in my head now. So I start with 2, because 1 doesn't matter. That's not, you don't do that. 1 isn't considered a prime by most people. Most mathematicians, at least. So I think what I'll do at the very start, almost call it prep, is I'll bump, or no, so I won't bump because then I'll lose the 0. I'm going to copy from this, which will just always be 0. And then, is it confusing to have 0 written as the number when there's also an address called 0? I'll just change that to the word 0. I don't know if that's better, but whatever. So I'm going to copy from 0, and then I'm going to copy it to something that can make it. I don't think I'll need a 1, as far as I can think of. I don't know why I'd need a 1, so I'm going to copy it to there. And this is going to end up being 2, so I'm going to call it 2. And I'm going to bump this twice. Bump, bumps, and then it will be 2. So just to show what I mean, 2. So we have a 2 now. It's funny that, yeah, I guess I'll call it 2. Okay, and then what I want to do is, I think this is where I test, like, I'm gonna write this. Div meaning divisible by 2 question mark. This is where we check, and we do that by taking the number from the inbox. I'll just say that's not like taking the number from the inbox is a part of it. So dividing by 2. So to test if it's divisible by 2, we're gonna subtract 2 until it's negative or 0. If it's 0, then yeah, it is divisible by 2, and 2 is the lowest prime factor. Okay, so if we reach 0, it is divisible by 2, so we're gonna outbox that. So what's the best way to do this? I'm just trying to, like, what's the best way to write this? Because divisible by 2 question mark. Should I just say yes, or would that be? And I don't want to say like even, because that only applies to 2. Well, yeah, sure, why not? I'll call it even. Just for now, at least. Even, if it's even, we just copy from 2 and outbox that. But if it went negative, then we know it's not divisible. So this would just be like the odd. This is an odd number. Oh wait, no, never mind. I was thinking something dumb. Yeah, never mind. I was gonna say something about how prime numbers can't be even unless they're 2, but that doesn't really matter because we're doing prime factorization. Yeah, I don't think it matters. Anyway, okay, so, and then so if it's neither 0 or negative, we just have to subtract by 2 again. So, Okay, if it wasn't divisible by 2, if it turned out to be odd, then the thing I'm holding now, it has nothing to do with the prime we had. So I need to actually make sure I copy this, or not the prime, but the number I started with. So I'm just going to put the number I started with like here. That's a good starting point. And I'll just call that the number. Just for now. So that is the number. So just to look at what it, so we do that. Bump until we have 2, inbox, copy it there, and then we subtract 2, and then we just keep doing that. And in this case, it'll come out negative, so we know it's odd. So that just means that it's not divisible by 2. Next, we want to check if it's divisible by 3, and so on and so forth. So the thing is, if it's divisible by 2, I want to divide it by 2. So actually, yeah, let me get a case where they do, yeah, like this one. So let me just think about this first. Keep doing that. And then, okay, it's an even number, so it's divisible by 2, so I have to copy that and outbox it. But after I outbox it, I want to take that 10 and divide it by 2, which is... Oh, actually, so that's just every time I subtracted by 2, I should have counted. So I'll just for now, I'll just call this the count, I guess. And so every time I subtract, and this is that thing from before, where I want to bump the count, but I also want to remember the number I'm holding. So I don't know, this will just be like, I'll just put like a temp thing here, just to like hold it for a second. Because if I subtract by 2 and it's 0... Oh, you know what's funny? I just thought about it. I guess maybe I always end these when I get to 1. I don't know. I'll think about that because I'm thinking if I picked up the number 2, it would be divisible by 2, but when I divide it by 2, I'd get 1, and that's my stopping point. So maybe I actually do want to hold on to. Yeah, maybe I do want to keep track of 1. So. It's gonna look weird, but I'm gonna put 1 here. Or no, let me do this the right way. So this will be 2 and 1 will be 1. This is what 1's gonna be, but let me just swap this first. So that, bunch of 2's. Okay. But that means that actually if this becomes 1, then we're gonna copy from 0. We're gonna copy to 1. We're gonna bump 1, and then we're gonna copy to 2, and then we're gonna bump 2. Okay, so I think that sets us up with 1, 2. Okay. But back to the thing, let me just get an even starting number. Oh, there's 8 and 8. Okay. But, so yeah, this is actually where, so if I subtract, Yeah, if I subtracted and it was instantly 0, I would still want to keep track of the, or add to the count. So I guess I would say copy to temp, bump the count, copy from temp. I think that's what I would do. Oh wait, this is, let me get a even. Oh, there's 2. So yeah. Because we do that, but we're gonna, oh, I didn't put something down for count, so let me do that. Copy, so I just want to say copy to count. Okay. Alright, no, give me an even number. 4, sure. Do that there, and then take the 4, and we subtract. This is where, yeah, we gotta bump the count, so I have to hold on to that for a second. And it's not 0 negative yet, so I gotta do it again. And then we bump that, and then it is 0. But this is 4 divided by 2 right here. I know it's like a weird case because there's already a 2 on the ground, but that really, that will always be the result of this number divided by 2 if it's even. So after I copy that and outbox it, I want to take this thing and put it there and do the process again. Copy from, do I need to put it in the number thing? Yeah, I do, because if it's odd, we need to remember it. Okay, so now that's the number I'm working with, because I don't really need to know what the starting number is once I'm doing this process, I'm pretty sure. Wait, that's odd again. Give me an even number. There we go. Do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But now we have a 0. We're gonna, it's divisible by 2. We're gonna take that, put it there, and now we're gonna do the process again. Actually, so for this one, we would jump back to this point. Yeah. Let's try it again with this one. Split. There's that. Get the 2, but now we have 7. And we do this process again. This time it's gonna, oh wait, the count. Okay, so yeah, the count's at 7, but I need to refresh it back to 0. So what I might just do in that case is no, okay, I guess what I'll do then is at the end of this, copy from the count, copy it to the number. What I'll just say, this is probably the easiest way to do it actually, is just say subtract from the number, copy to, oh wait, but right, but it assumes that I'm holding the number, so no, I guess I would outbox, and then I would copy from, let me just do this in a more sensible way, copy from 0, copy to the count. Oh wait, no, because I need to, that's annoying, because I need to take the count number and put it there before I lose it. Okay, so we'll just do that. I mean, whatever, it's a little bit, it doesn't really matter. I just wanted to be efficient, but let's focus on just getting this done. So I'm gonna copy from 0, copy to count, and then I want to copy from the number, but I'll just do that here. You know, like let's not make this too crazy. So yeah, this is a good example right here. Because this is actually going to keep going. If I did this right. Yeah. Okay, and then this is an interesting one, because when we do this, like, yeah, I guess I'll just say when I have an odd number, we'll just do that. So when I have an odd number, I think what I want to do. Oh, you know what? No, that won't always be negative, will it? No way, it will be. It always will be -1 there. So what I can do. That's interesting, because then I might not even need the 1 necessarily. But whatever. Yeah, that's actually funny, because I'm holding a -1. So the first thing I want to do when it's odd is add the -1 I'm holding to the count. If that's 0, then we're done. So, so I'll just say, like, done. And then if we're done, we just jump all the way back to the start, but we don't actually need to do that stuff. We just take the next number. Okay. So here, I want one that is not, that's divisible by 2, but is has more factors. Okay, that works. Then we have 10, and we're gonna do it again. And then we have 5, and when we do this, we end up with a -1 in our hand. We're gonna add it to the count, but it's not 0, so that means we still have to keep checking until we get that down to 1. The next thing I would want to check is if it's divisible by 3. But what's weird is I need to check if it's divisible by 3. Wait, is that just 3 by coincidence right there, by the way? Yeah, I think that is just total coincidence. Need to check if it's divisible by 3. Is that coincidence? Because but that would be really weird if that wasn't a coincidence. Because what was I doing? Because it bumped that. Right, that's weird. So, no, that only works for 5 specifically, I think. So that doesn't apply in general. Anyway, yeah. So the next thing is I need to check if it's divisible by 3. But then what's weird is after 3, I wouldn't do 4. I would do 5. Now, the primes, like, that's a 19 right there, so the primes can get pretty large. But also, it doesn't seem like they're giving me the biggest numbers in the world, so the question is, do I do this in the general case, so it could work for anything? Or do I just limit it to the primes that I'm going to be caring about? I think I want to try at least at first to do it in the general case, because I don't think it would be that crazy. I think we would just want to say, at this point, I would pick up the last number that I tried dividing by, which should always be the previous prime. So in this case, 2. And then I want to add 1 to that. No, yeah. I should always add Well, I'll add 1 in this case, but then afterwards I should always add 2 because I just skipped the evens. For sure, guaranteed. And then I want to see if this new number I'm holding is, maybe I should also, oh no, okay, so what I'll do is, no, I'm kind of thinking I should have 3 down as well. Because 3's actually, yeah, 3's really easy to get. So I'll probably get 3 at the start. So I'll just, at that point, I'll pick up the 3. But the 3 will probably just be, oh yeah, no, that works. Okay, so I'll pick up the 3 and then I'll, and I'll test if the number is divisible by 3. And if it's not, and it's not, yeah, if it's not divisible by 3, I add 2 to that, we get the next prime. I mean, that works for 5, 7, but then when we get to 9, it's weird. The only way to really know that, wait, no, because that works, because if I pick up at 9, I can still test if it's divisible by 9, but at that point it shouldn't be, because I already tried dividing by 3. Oh no, so that works. Yeah, I think this is fine. So what I'm gonna do first of all is also have 3 prepared, because it's really easy just to get it at the start. And 3 is just copy to 2, bump 2, and then we're gonna copy to 3, bump 3. Okay, but then we're gonna stop there. So once we find out it's odd, wait, so this is kind of 3, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm always just gonna run, like, just add 2 to that, because I'm gonna start by checking if it's divisible by 3, but then oh wait, so maybe I should, no, I'm just thinking. I'm actually gonna put a 1 here, I think, but I'll explain why. But I'll just say this is a odd, odd prime, sure, whatever. That's that refers to almost every prime number, but whatever. Odd prime, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, when I do this copy to 1, I'm also gonna copy it here, even though it's incorrect to say. But that makes it so that when I get to here, if I add to the count and it's not 0, then I just want to copy from 2, add it to odd prime, and then and this will always apply. I always just want to add 2 to my odd prime. And then, or should I say copy odd prime, add 2? Maybe I should do that. Yeah, I think I should do that. So copy from odd prime, add 2. And now, this is what I want to try dividing by. Just like I was trying to divide by 2 here, which, okay, so does that mean I should reuse this and not call it even, I wonder? Does that work? Might work, actually. So add 2, and then I'm gonna that's interesting. Because that means, like, the thing that I was doing here, this 2, is actually, maybe I should just call this, like, prime. And I'll change this to yes, it's divisible, and then we'll have a no, not, we'll have a no, not divisible. And then we actually don't need this, maybe. Because what I'm thinking is if it's not divisible by 2, and it's not 1 at that point. I should, I mean, we have this, yeah. That 1, do I ever, I haven't even used that 1 the whole time. So, I'm thinking, we should just add, oh, because it's weird. The very first time, it's like I want to add 1 to that, but then every other time I'd add 2, or I could think I add 2 to that every time, but yeah, the checking for divisible by 2 thing is like throwing this off, unfortunately, but I'm just trying to think of what's the easiest way to do this so I can make this the prime always, but also have it be like a replicable thing. That's why I think maybe I should just have the 3. No, but I really want to. Okay, but then okay, so I copy from the prime. Oh, I know. I'll so if it's no, so I'm gonna copy from this. And I want to add 2 to that every time. So maybe I'll just say copy from, or maybe I'll just say, what I'll do is I'll just say bump prime. That's probably the easiest way to add 2, honestly. And then, do we just do this? Because it's not divisible by 2, divisible by prime. And then, what am I forgetting? Okay, I just want to see, what does this do? Okay, what happened there? So, okay, we took that. And then it went negative, but it wasn't 0. Oh, I need to refresh the count, is what I need to do. So, yeah, so I need to, I'll just say it like this, copy from 0, copy to count. Is it gonna work for 19? Okay, it's dividing by 2. Oh shoot, no, it's trying to divide by 4. No, I did that wrong. No, so, right, because I was thinking, this is what's annoying, is that the first time I divide by 2, and then it's 3, and then after that it's always just plus 2 from a previous prime, but the first time it's plus 1, so that's really annoying. Okay, so... Okay. Alright, so... I think I need to have a placeholder thing. If I want to make it work like this, I need to have a placeholder thing that, if I had 3 right there, okay, if I had 3 right there, then instead of bumping up the prime, I would take the 3, or maybe I say, yeah, take the placeholder thing, which will be a 1. Bump it up 2 times, put it there. And then put that there. Okay, that'll work. I'll just say placeholder prime. Okay, so that placeholder prime is actually going to start as a 1. So copy to 1, copy to placeholder prime. Because then we can say if it's an odd number, then we first test if we reached 1, and if not, then we don't bump up the prime. What we're gonna do here is copy from placeholder prime, because I want this to be replicable every time. Bump up the placeholder prime twice, so we added 2 to it, and then copy it to prime. And then every time, okay, I think that works. Might be wrong. Ah, shoot, what happened there? What was even the number that we started with? Oh wait, was that literally just picking up 2 from there and doing that? What is it doing? There. 2. Oh, it didn't refresh the count. So yeah, actually I want to say no. Oh yeah, okay, right. And then this works out pretty well because I'm gonna be holding a 0, so I can just say copy to count. All right, let's try this. Okay, I don't know if I thought about this placeholder prime thing right, but let's see. Test right here. No, it's doing it wrong again. Wait. Why did that? Placeholder prime should have been. That was supposed to be a 1. What happened? Copied. Oh, we've got to bump 1, and then we have to copy it to placeholder prime. Wait. Okay, it's doing something weird here. So it tried dividing by 2. Didn't work out. So we had to add to the but it wasn't 1, so we had to copy from there. Or actually, no, we don't even copy from there. We just bump that up by 2. Oh, and then I said oh, wait. Yeah, and then I put it there. Oh, I see. I see what happened. Right. So I think, first of all, I don't need that. And I think I'm just going to do this first. Because that's just refreshing that thing. Okay, what's happening now? Yeah, that was weird. Because it actually did it, but then it freaked out a little bit. So yeah, we found that, and then wait. So let me go back. So did that. But it was 0, so when we copied from the prime, outboxed it, which was good, copied from the count, put that in the number spot, which this is fine right now. Oh, right, but okay. Oh, yeah, so then for the odds, we have to check now when we have a 1, so maybe I shouldn't have done it the way I did it, but yeah, because all of this stuff is not good, basically. I mean, I could just have if that's negative, then we're done. Is that the best way to do it? It might be, because At what other point, if we subtract the prime, would that be negative? Where this number is smaller than the prime we're trying to divide by. Well, but that's a repeated process, so no, I don't think that's good. So that's interesting. So subtracted the prime. Wait. Okay, wait. First of all, what I should be doing here after I say copy to prime is I should take the number I have, because this is just the prime thing, but I should say copy from number. Right? Wait, did I even... Let me just see if this is even what I wanted. Because that was confusing where there was 3 in both of them. This will be a better example. Divisible by 2. And then we have a 7. And we do this and... See, that's negative. So we first test, no, we're not done. So then we gotta put that there. Bump that twice. Put it there. Take our number, and then we start subtracting this. But once again, we're gonna get to a negative before we get we're not going to see a 0 before we see a negative, so we have to see if we have a 1, but we don't. So then refresh that, bump the placeholder prime up by 2. So now we're testing divisibility by 5, and didn't work. So try again with 7 this time. The way it works is we immediately have the prime we want to divide by, and we bump that, copy from the temporary thing. But in this case it's 0, and we want to copy the prime, outbox it, and then what it's doing here is it takes the 1. So I had the 1 check before here, but that only applies for when it's, I think that only applies for when, like, the 2 in the 2 case, so maybe that's not the best place to put that. Because I'll have that. Yeah, and then it's like that, and then maybe I could say if it's negative there. Kind of wonder how I could do that, but then that means that I can't say copy to count. But maybe I shouldn't have done that anyways. Maybe I should just say copy from 0, copy to count. And what I'm gonna say here, I'm gonna try something. I don't know if this will work, and this might be stupid, but if I replace that with a jump if negative to done, does this work in general? I don't know if it will. This will by 3. This will by 5. No, so I think it'll work in this case. Oh no, it didn't. That's weird. What happened? Because didn't we... Yeah, we took a 3 from there. Wait, didn't I? Yeah, I pulled a 3 from the line. Oh, the placeholder prime thing needs to be reset. So, so think I'll just jump back here instead. Because that'll always refresh everything. So I wanna, does this work? It's gonna see if this is Y3, it's not. This is Y5, it is. And does some weird check to see that it's done. Well, I don't know, it's looking kinda good. Maybe there will be a special case that doesn't work though. Shoot. Okay, what is it here? Is it the 13? Okay, I'm gonna fast forward because this will take a while. Whoa, 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 what happened there? 13, placeholder prime. Wait, what the heck? Oh, okay, so my gambit didn't really work here with thinking that if that's negative, that means, okay, so that's not true actually. So then how do I do this? Then I just want to, I don't know, but I think I'm gonna get rid of this for a second, and I'm gonna just figure out what a better way to find out when we're done in general. Okay, so we do this. And now we find that it's 0. So if we find out it's 0, so if we did that and we found out it was 0, then we know it's divisible by the prime. So the first thing I do is just, well maybe, yeah, we can do that. Outbox. But then what I'm thinking is we can copy from the count, and before I copy it to the number, I could try subtracting 1, and if it's 0, then we're done. So I'll just do that. So subtract 1, if it's 0, then we're done. In which case, it'll always be a 0 there, so I could just say copy that 0 to the count. But if it's not 0, then we just copy from the count again. Kind of weird, but I feel like that might fix the issue. Let's see. I think this should work for any prime somehow. It's very inefficient, but I feel good about it. Probably a lot of better ways to do this, though. Oh yeah, it has to run. This is, was this a, yeah, 13's only divisible by 3. So yeah, this is like, this shows you where it gets really inefficient, but it does work, I think. Yep, we got it. Nice. Let's see how bad it is. Yeah. Speed? No. Oh, it's actually not that far off for the speed. I'm just happy to have gotten it though. So I'll just take that. Oh shoot. Okay, I think I'm going for this. Let's just finish this off. Sorting floor. Hey, check out this new office. We've really climbed the corporate ladder together. Thank you. My supervising skills truly are adequate. Your skills are pretty good too. Whatever it is you do over there. So, are you ready? For each zero terminated string in the inbox, sort the contents of the string, smallest first, biggest last, and put the results in the outbox. But I see letters, so I'm confused. For each zero termination. So when they say smallest first and it's letters instead of numbers, does that mean like... Wait, and what is this? They're like setting me up a little bit. Oh, yeah, they wanted to help me out here. Okay, so this is like an address. And this is 0. Always. And these are like the strings that I want to deal with. And then it ends in a 0 always. Okay, so at this point is where I'm really starting, and I want to sort the contents from smallest to largest. I don't know how long this string will be, but I'll just assume it could be very long. And that means... Okay, so I know where this address is, so I could just bump it down. Or do I want to bump it down? Because if I... Yeah, I wonder if I could have a 0... Well, okay, I guess that does work somehow in general. So, yeah, no, that does work. So, I'm gonna, at this point, bump the address down by 1. And if it's negative, we're done. So this will be like, because that means we've gone through everything. So I don't know, I'm just gonna write this. I don't know if this really makes sense, but we'll say that done. And also I just wanna say that this is prep. And then, this is loop. Right. And then this is just where we have them all laid out, so I'll just say laid out. Okay. So we do the loop until we have all the numbers laid out. And then what I want to do is bump that down. If it's negative, we're done. So actually I should drag that into done. But if it's not negative, then I want to go to that address and I want to see, how do I want to do this? I guess what I'm thinking is like, I take that number and I see if when I subtract it from the next, how do I do this? What's the best way to do this? So we take 53. If I subtract it from 12, so I'm gonna be holding a 53, and if I say subtract 12, it'll still be positive, so then we know we actually have a bigger number. So that's good. So it's in the right place between those two numbers. But okay. So I want to do from smallest to largest. So if I check these two against each other, and I find out, and I get it, if I take this one, I subtract that from it, and I find out it's positive, I'm like, okay, so far so good. It's small to large. Then with the next thing I would do is take that number and the weird thing is, like, how do I get the largest number to come up front? Because I did the same thing with these two. Or should I do it actually instead, say, pick up just 53 tests against that, there's it's good where it is, and then subtract it against that, it's negative, so that means that this number is bigger, so it should go in front of the 53, but like, how would I in front of the 53? Because maybe what I should do actually is say, maybe I should find the smallest number. No, I don't like that. It's interesting. So I take that. Maybe I do just test against that. If it's good, move on to the next number. Test against that, it's bad. I could switch them and then restart the process until... Yeah, that works. Okay, I think I'll do that. So we bump that, and then... Alright, actually, I need to see what I'm doing here. Yeah. So we bump that, and then I'm gonna go to that address, copy from that address, subtract that from it. If so okay, so, and if I want to subtract that from it, I have to bump the address down, so actually, you know what I'm going to say is I'm going to say this is the highest address. Highest address. Messy. Highest address. So that, because I think I'm going to need like a temporary address thing as well. And what I'm going to do is grab, so, oh wait, it's not done, but I'm gonna bump that, and then I'm gonna grab the thing at that address, and I want to subtract it from the thing before it. So maybe I need to okay. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll say this is highest address minus 1. This is where I should start abbreviating. Highest address minus 1. So I'm going to bump down the highest address, copy it to highest address minus 1, and then bump down again. But then I want to, this is weird, but whatever. Then I copy the highest address, and then I see if it's negative, I guess. Or do I want to know if... Anyway, we'll figure out this done thing later, because that's just getting confusing. But we're gonna have the highest address and then one before the highest address, and the reason we want that is so that we can say copy from this thing. Oh, actually I don't need to. Luckily, that actually is fine, because then I can say copy from this one's address, and I want to say subtract from this one's address. Right? And then if it's positive, that's fine. So then I basically want to take this one and subtract it from that. Well, yeah, so what's the plan here? How am I going to do this with the address stuff, though? Because if I copy that one and subtract from that and find out it's negative, I want to swap those two and then start the process all over. Okay. So maybe if that isn't... Okay, so actually what I'll say here... Okay, so first of all, lay it out. Alright, whatever. And then, okay, if that's negative there, I want to swap these, or, the things at these two locations. So I guess I could just have a temporary thing. This will just be like a temporary storage place. So I can swap them. And if it's a negative, so I'll just say this is for swapping. But see, I think I need to keep track of the highest address throughout this whole thing. So what I think I'll actually do is... Yeah, we definitely want to just bump down the highest address. So maybe I'll even say that's part of this. And then we, what I'm thinking is actually, this is like current address. Current address. And then this is like current address minus 1. Current address minus 1. So yeah, so I think I'm going to do it like that. So we're actually going to copy it to here. And then we're going to also copy it to here. And then we're going to bump this one down by 1. I don't think I actually need that then. And we're gonna subtract not that, but this. Okay, so this is how it looks right now. Oh wait. Oh yeah, no, that worked. And then, okay, so it was negative, so I have to swap. Swapping these two. So I think what I need to say, what's the best way to do this? Yeah, I guess I'll just say temporarily hold that thing. So I'll say copy from current address minus 1. Copy it to temp. Copy from current address. Copy to current address minus 1. Copy from the temp. Copy it to current address. So copy from the there. Wait. Wait, but that should... Wait, what? Wait. Because actually, I want to do it from smallest to largest. Oh wait, you know what's funny? If I want to do it from smallest to largest... Oh yeah, then... Yeah, I guess that is good. Yeah. Yeah, okay, I want the smallest here. So then... Yeah, why did it do that? So then Oh, whoops, I see. Subtract. So no, before I subtract, I need to say copy from current address. And then we can subtract. Yeah, there we go. So this one comes out positive. So if it comes out positive, that means I should just subtract 1 from both of these and try again. I think I want to subtract from there, and then subtract from there, and then try again, which is copy from current. Yeah, let's see if that is right. It's positive, so we bring those. Did it actually? Why did it look like it didn't? Oh, I meant to say bump. Bump that down. Bump that down. Not subtract, but bump. So we bump that, and now we do this again. This time it's negative, so we gotta swap those two. And then after we swap those two, I go here. Oh wait, after I swap those two, yeah, I keep going down the list because I know those two are good. Yeah, so then I'll come back to this. Oh, whoa. So we do that. Okay, we're good. So we just bump those down, jump, copy from there. Subtract, that's a negative, so we gotta swap those two. And then we jump here. And what I should say is bump the current address. If the current address is negative, or basically, no, if that's 0, we know we're done. I could also say if that's -1. So I guess I could just, that's probably the faster to just say, we bump that and it's negative. We're at the end and we need to go back to the very start of this. So that's where if it's negative, then I have to copy the. Okay, I see. So what I'm gonna say is if it's negative here, we need to go back to the start. But I'm just gonna say, even though this is like repetitive here, I'm gonna say that. Back to the start, we swap those two, but then now it's an order, so what's gonna happen here? That's good. That's good. Wait, yeah, okay, hold on. I gotta see exactly where I can stop this, because I think this is just gonna be an infinite loop otherwise. So we do that, that. Oh, so there's still something to test here, but it's good. So we go back to the start, and that's good, and that's good, and it's negative. So it's just gonna infinitely loop. So how do I think it's like when yeah, when I've ran actually no, how do I know? Because it has to be like I went through the whole thing without finding any mistakes. So if I do that and I have to swap it. Oh, I guess if I had to swap something, I should mark something down somewhere. So, is that right? Or is there any other? Because the highest number could have been at the end, and then we would have to have... Okay, I think that makes sense. Alright, so, so I think if we swap something, what I'll say is, okay, so... Okay, I know what I'm going to do. So, I'm going to... This is like... -1... Or actually, I'll just say... Negative... equals... swap... And then 0... is no swap. No swap. That's hardly legible, but whatever. Because what I can do here is copy from 0, copy the highest address. I'm also going to copy it to this. And then whenever I do a swap, I'll bump this down first of all, then I'll do the rest. And then whenever I come back here, I'll first set that back to 0. Oh wait, so in which case I'll probably just, so then I will always just say copy, oh wait, no, not every, let's just see. So if I say copy from 0, copy to that, I just want to make sure I'm doing this right. Okay. So resets that. And then what I want to do, so this is the first time where it'll run through everything. Yeah, but that will remain 0 the entire time. So I think what I want to do at this point, if it's negative, is first of all copy from this. If it is 0, then we're done. And if we're done, okay, yeah, we're done. And if we're done, I just want to say first copy from that, yeah, always from that one, out, and then check if it's a 0, because that just means we're done. Actually, yeah, if it's 0, then am I gonna have a problem where there's like stuff still laid out from the previous thing? No, I don't think that'll actually matter in a weird way. If it's 0, we just go back to the very start. But if it's oh, so actually, yeah, I guess because I want to keep running through the addresses, I'm gonna just use current address, because that makes some sense anyways. Actually no, one of them will be 0 anyway. Let me just see. So what? Oh, oh wait, so I do need that to, oh right, because I need to test if, okay, yeah, fair enough. So I'll just say copy to there, and that oh no, but then, oh wait a second, so obviously I don't want that to be 0 yet. Negative is swap, 0 is no swap. Oh wait. What? Why does it even say that? Copy from negative. I think, is that just an accident? That I feel like. Oh no, because that's the jump if 0 thing. Okay, so what it should be is okay, I need to hold on. Okay, so this is where we're gonna go through everything. But we're gonna find out that we got through everything without doing any swaps. So I want to say if it's, so I guess I want to say if it's negative, then check that if that's 0, then we can, then we know we're done. So I guess actually I want to say if it's negative, it might be done, but it's kind of weird. I'm putting it here just because I can't think of a better way for now. Yeah, it might be done, and then, but so what we're gonna do is we're gonna copy from here. If it's negative, then that's where we jump back to the start of this, I believe. Yeah. Okay, I think that makes that part work. We're gonna get through here, copy from that. It's a 0, so we are done. We're gonna copy the first thing. Okay, so yeah, so this is where I need to run through all of these until I pick up a 0. But oh, I guess that will be a 0. But does that? Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so then I think I'm just gonna use that because I'm lazy. Yeah, because what I can say is just copy from 0. If it's 0, we're done. But if not, outbox it. And then I'm going to say bump up this, copy from this address. So actually I should always just say copy from that address. And then we're always just gonna bump it up and then cycle back to here. Does this work with letters is the thing. Actually might. That looks pretty good. You know, I'll take it. It's time to sit back and... Oh, do we have enough room? Yeah, we have enough room for that. Just gonna take a while. Oh shoot, I didn't consider the possibility that two numbers were the same. That might break it. We'll see. Maybe it's fine. Might be fine. Oh man, this is gonna take forever. This is clearly not the most efficient way to do this. It looks like it's working even with the multiple numbers of the same. I wonder if there's something that could break this though that it's gonna find out eventually. I mean, it's kind of it's nice to look at because it is working. Okay, I think this is the winning run right here for this long one. No! So for a single number it broke? Is that what happened? Okay, so... okay, so... there... and then we bump that... copy from there... copy that... bump that down... okay, so, yeah, it's gonna try subtracting from out of bounds. So I guess if I bump down that current address and it's negative, then we're just already done. Yeah. Oh great. You gotta watch it all again. I mean, I just want to test that one case, really, but we have to test them all in order. In the order they're delivered. And there really is a speed limit on watching these designs play out. While I'm watching it, though, maybe I can think of some way to improve it. I mean, the way it works where it just swaps pairs of them, I feel like I kind of have to do it this way. But I'll have to think about it. Yeah, because there's still bigger numbers before. I don't know, there's probably some way to make this a bit better, but I think this is working at least. And isn't that enough? So slow. Shamefully slow. But it works. Maybe it's like, if it, yeah, the way I would improve it, I guess, is if I find out I've gotten a number that's bigger, but it's behind in the line, I should test it against everything in front of it and find the right spot for it. That's probably how I would optimize this a lot, now that I think about it. But this works. This works too. Hopefully. Or else I have to watch this all again. In which case I really might just try and optimize it. Yeah, alright, let's see how slow that is. Aw. 742. Just a little bit more. Alright. Let's see what this is all about. End of program. Congratulations.
Congratulations. You've really become an invaluable instruction follower.
Yes, don't worry, your job is safe. We've replaced you with this electric box.
It's called a computer.
What are you
It
talking
generates through
about?
a list of simple instructions called a program.
It has a small amount of memory to store data while processing, like tiles on the floor,
It has inputs.
and outputs.
Its simple instructions can be used together in infinite combinations to compute just about anything you can imagine.
A truly efficient worker that never sleeps.
It's going to change everything.
Please take your things and enjoy whatever it is you people do out there. Congratulations.
Nah, I think the human's better still. Alright, that was cool. Yeah. I kept going back and forth over where... Oh, wait, is there like a war happening now? Oh, humans versus machines. When were the office workers replaced with machines exactly? Is that like when Carol was thrown off the building? Yeah, he's free. He looks happy. Maybe he doesn't want to work there anymore anyway. But yeah, I kept going back and forth on whether I wanted to go back and like finish all the challenges. I don't know. Because sometimes I was like, oh, you know, it's not too bad. I can totally do it. And then sometimes, oh, Carol's still alive. Sometimes I'd get so stuck on one that it's like I just don't know how to optimize anymore. So, maybe it's just best to leave it where it is. Because I had my fun with it. And it was just cool to beat all the challenges in a way. Shaolin Shodan and his guitar. Yay! Alright, so I think that's a good ending point for this game. But I really liked it, so I really now want to check out Human Resource Machine. Or, that's what I just played. I really want to check out 7 Billion Humans. Wow, 42 years of this company. And what have they gotten me? They fired me. Yeah, so I'll leave it at that, I think. It was cool though, it was fun. Thanks if you watched. I'll see you for whatever the next game is.